My sincere regards and thanks to the organizers of Society for Vector Ecology to giving me opportunity to talk about biological control of mosquito under these webinar lecture series. And today I'll be discussing about my field area of research, that is, my today's talk is specifically Mesocyclops aspericornis, a potential antagonistic biocontrol agent of dengue spreading Aedes aegypti. As we all are aware of that Aedes aegypti mosquito is a vector responsible for the transmission of deadly diseases like dengue, chikungunya, yellow fever and Zika, and about 2.5 billion people annually they are at the risk of dengue. And this disease is spreading very fastly. And according to WHO, it has increased 30-fold in the last 50 years. And in India itself, the data says that in 2019, more than 136,042 dengue cases they have been reported. This Aedes aegypti mosquito is a day biter and prefers to lay eggs in the small temporary freshwater collections like desert coolers, like water tanks, southern pots. As you can see, these are certain uh, uh, breeding sites where it prefer to lay eggs, which are present in the urban and peri-urban areas. Many control methods are being used, like chemical, biological, biotechnological, and of course the integrated control. And out of these, the chemical control method is the commonly in routine used by using the synthetic insecticides, chemicals, and this spray and other usage of the chemical insecticides has certain drawbacks, limitations like health problems. It is toxic to non-target species, resulted in mosquito resistance, and are also the environmental pollution. So there is a need for the alternative management, and the best one is the biological control by controlling this vector, either the dirt one or the larvae. So larvae, they are easily handled because they're confined to a limited breeding habitat, and in their habitat itself, there are present special natural enemies. They are called the antagonistic agents. They are parasites, pathogens, predators, and competitors. They can act as very efficient biological control agents. These antagonistic agents, they act as negative or antagonistic agents. They, because of their predatory as well as a competitive nature, like in the aquatic habitat, they can be dragonfly, water insects, fish, Cladocerian, and in my study, the cyclopod copepod, the hero of my presentation, that is Mesocyclops aspericornis, which is a large-sized cyclopod. It's a voracious killer of L1 instar of the Aedes aegypti larvae, and 10% mosquito breeding sites, they contain this natural population of this cyclopod. Other than this, there are certain benefits of its. It's eco-friendly and it can be maintained in any kind of small containers also. It can be mass produced because of its high reproductive potential. And during the present study, we performed certain experiments for testing the antagonistic efficiency of this mesocyclops against Aedes aegypti. And the first thing was to test the predatory potential. We collected this mesocyclops aspericornis from the uh, fish farms. It was rich in number in the fish farms with the help of zooplankton net, identified it with the help of SEM studies and morphological studies, and up to species level, we have identified it as Mesocyclops aspericornis, and we cultured it in the laboratory itself and used it for testing its predatory potential against different types of larvae like Culex, Anopheles, and Aedes, and with the different larval stages L1, L2, L3, and we found that it was having the maximum predatory potential against the L1 stage of the Aedes larvae, that one cyclopod of this can kill 3 to 50 Aedes L1 larvae within 24 hours. And we performed certain experiments by changing the ratios by putting Aedes larvae and mesocyclops in different ratios, 1:1, 1:2, 1:3, and we found that when they were put in equal ratio, 1:1, 100% mortality of the L1 larvae took place within 48 hours. These are certain photographs showing how it damages It prefers to bite at the near the head region, neck region. You can see head region is being cut off. So I have taken certain videos, and there are two observations that if larvae they are more in number, then what happened? I can show it with the help of a video. So let me show that video. Uh, if larvae they are large in number, this cyclopoid it cut down, it hold the Aedes aegypti larvae, you can see, and cut it from the head region. These are the different types of these are the head regions. So it act as a voracious killer, wasteful killer. It cut down. It just consume only 10% of it and cut down. But on the other hand, if they are larvae, they are small in number, then it consume almost the whole larvae. You can see it has folded it with the help of the very strong mandibles, and it consumed the whole larvae within few seconds. So coming back to my presentation again, so we have taken these in the laboratory itself, these videos. So that was regarding the L1 stage, but when it grows in size, these mesocyclopes, they are not capable to eat it up or cut it down. Then they show the collective predation behavior, and they come in together in groups. They kill the attack on the larval stages, which is grown L4, L3 stages, and approximately 50% mortality has been recorded in our research. And even at the pupal stage, 10% mortality with the certain deformities in the pupal stage. Now that was the predatory potential. When it increases in size, larval stage, then after that, these mesocyclopes, they act as a competitor when they're present in the same breeding habitat or the same water. They act as the competitive potential competitors because it was found that they resulted in the delaying of the developmental period. Like in case of control, the developmental period was 8.56 from total, from L3 to total development. But in case of the, when there was addition of mesocyclops in the ratio 1:1 or 1:2, the delayed development period was recorded, that was up to 10.26 or 10.55. Another observation made was that regarding the adult emergence. Adult emergence in case of control from the pupate was 100%. It was declined due to the presence or due to the competition provided by the mesocyclops in these cases. And when the ratio was 1:3, it was only 28% adult emerged out, and even the male and the female number was reduced. Like in case of female, it was 48.35% in case of the control, but in case of the trials having the mesocyclops, only 6.65% females ever emerged. Also, we observed that the body parts, the measurements of the body parts when was done, their body parts, they were reduced. This is in case of the one, in the treated one having the mesocyclops. Because of this is also because of the competition for for the food, for the survival, etc. So body parts like proboscis, abdomen, and especially the wing size got reduced, and it resulted in their survival, reduction in their uh, longevity. This table also shows, like in case of control, longevity was found in case of the female, male 8 to 15 days, which was reduced to 5 to 11 days. But in case of females, it was in normal females, they were found to have 14 to 25 days, but it was reduced 8 to 19 days. So it is also a really good thing if we can delay their development period, or if we can reduce their survival. So we can conclude that the presence of these antagonistic mesocyclopes reduce the larval population and survival probabilities of the mosquitoes because of their predatory potential, or killing of the larvae at the early stages, or acting as the competitors in the later stages by reducing their efficiency, by delaying their developmental period, reducing their adult emergence and body size, and of course the longevity. So thus, we can say that the antagonistic efficacy of Mesocyclops hespericornis can strongly regulate the population of Aedes aegypti making this cyclopod a potential candidate for the sustainable control of this container breeding mosquito. Now we know that prevention is always better than cure, and we should follow these instructions. So these are certain cuttings news on the local newspaper regarding my research, which was published. Thank you so much. Thank you. Once again, thank you. I thank the organizers and thanks the viewers for listening my talk patiently. Thank you so much.